All right, how's everybody doing? This will be Donald Trump, the Antichrist, part 11. Even though there's two extra ones on that playlist, this is specific to Donald Trump being the Antichrist. I started watching the latest Star Wars movie, which is the final one. So, of course, they had it timed out perfectly that the final Star Wars movie would be when Trump takes over, comes into his own, comes into his power. I mean, he's receiving his corona, his crown right now. These pre-trib rapture people, they didn't think they were around for Revelation 6:2. So they have to deny it. So I renounced me being a Christian today. That's a world religion, by the way. And I'm just a member of the way, in hope of being a sheep, and or the true Israel, the true church. So what is the Star Wars called? Rise of Skywalker. What is a Skywalker? Lucifer is the prince of the power of the air. The air, the sky. Skywalker. Anyway, it came out right there on the winter solstice. The shortest day of the year. And interestingly enough, so that was right at the crowning, the COVID, when it sort of began. It began in our country on 3/11, 3 times 11, 33, one of their big numbers of the Illuminati. I just call them Illuminati to try to stay out of trouble so I won't get framed, set up, thrown in jail for something I didn't do, of course, because they can do it. And as Eisenhower said, they're in every city, every state house, and every office of the federal government. Keywords there, every city. And he said their influence is political, economic, and even spiritual. Why? A, they run the churches. B, they have their own religion, spiritual. Lucifer is light. And, I don't know, man or woman, not sure, but definitely playing the role of Lucifer there, in my opinion. So one thing I wanted to show you also, Revelation 11:7, and then they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit. And I wanted to go into the Dark Knight Rises. I'm going to be doing an extensive one on hand signals here real soon. Where did I put that? Ascending out of the bottomless pit. That's Dark Knight Rises right there. Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight Ascending, either or. Just like Trump or horn or Trump. Ascending, rise, sending. All synonyms, all words meaning the same thing. And that's after he is climbed out of the bottomless pit, or the pit where he was in the movie The Dark Knight Rises, where the children were under the city, just like the QAnon people are. He's fighting crime, like Bruce Wayne's fighting crime. Children are under the city with The Dark Knight Rises, and children are under the city with QAnon. And what's funny is QAnon understands predictive programming. They just don't. Again, it's not their fault. It's what the Lord's handed them over to. So be it. It's by grace that I know what I know. I can tell you that. It is by grace. It is not of my intelligence. It is not of my free will. It is not of my studying. The Lord has caused me to study. So, anyway, I think we went over already that, King Me, he's receiving his crown, his corona. I'm not sure when this Time magazine came out, But that's a Real-Time magazine article. I mean, cover. They run it all. They own it all. They all love him. People are like, "Oh, the liberals hate him." No, they don't. They know exactly who he is, and they love him. They're just following a script. That's the role. See, they know who he is. They love him. They just have all these planted photos with, like Obama, with Fatima and characters and all this kind of. It's all to just incite y'all, because remember when Obama was like, "You Christians with your guns and your Bibles." It's a script. It's divide and conquer. Then Trump comes along with the kneeling football players and goes to Huntsville, Alabama, and calls them sons of bitches. Folks, those cats couldn't be closer. Obama and Trump love each other. Trump and Hillary love each other. They pretend they don't to drive the base crazy. And they are. They're crazy. I talked to a QAnon person or a Trump fan that doesn't follow Q, doesn't matter. I'm telling you what, they're nuts. You can't talk to them. It can't make no sense. Heads or tails. Heads nor tails. Donald Trump with Obama. God, I forgot his first name. Donald Trump happy with Barack Obama. These cats are two peas in a pod. They're not showing you the laughing, joking pictures that I've seen a million times. It's just showing them kind of in a political, serious nature. Trump actually friends with Barack Obama. These two guys here. It's all theater. I love the picture with Hillary at Trump's wedding. Yeah, they won't really show you much. Oh, well. It's all theater, though. It's all scripted. When Pelosi rips up the, it's all script. It's called divide and conquer. The people that run this world, their motto is order out of chaos. Remember Get Smart? The group was called Chaos. That's what the bad guys' names were. Folks, they've been showing you reality. And see, they have to tell the truth. Just like Jesus told the truth and told everything that was going to be happening in the future in the book of Revelation. He told you who the Antichrist was going to be. Jesus said, "I come in my Father's name and you receive that. But if one comes in his own name, and a horn is a trump and a trump is a horn, and he's here in his own name is Donald Horn, or the little trump of Daniel 7 that wears out the saints." And Trump Towers has 5 multiple addresses that match, 721 through 725 that perfectly match the little trump of Daniel. The little horn of Daniel 7. Freudian slip on purpose there. Yeah, but nobody can see it because it's God only gives his discernment to the chosen few of the narrow way. So he's Batman, he's Bruce Wayne. Well, what are we doing this one for? So I started watching this. Well, before we get into the Star Wars, I started watching President Business.
Wanted, but President Business was confused by all the chaos.
Folks, this came out in 2014. This is strictly about Trump. Is Trump the business president? Absolutely, he is. And they sold you that in the movie that I just got through watching. God, what was the name of that movie? Oh, God, hang on. Faye Dunaway. Network. It's called Network. They told you that the world is all business, that the world is run by business. Of course it's not. It's run by satanic religions, mystery religions. So network. It's not the final scene, but it's one of them. Here it is. President Business. Why you need business. Why it's all about business. Why people.
There are no Russians.
Now, what he's really telling you is it's all about Lucifer. It's all about Luciferianism, Satanism, getting rid of Christianity, bringing in the New World Order. But he's going to make it about money, which is what most people make everything about. When you tell them about the Illuminati, or they'll just go, well, it's about money. No. Whoops. He turned the volume.
You have meddled with the primal forces of nature, Mr. Beale, and I won't have it. Is that clear? You think you merely stopped a business deal? That is not the case. The Arabs have taken billions of dollars out of this country, and now they must put it back. It is ebb and flow, tidal gravity. It is ecological balance. You are an old man who thinks in terms of nations and peoples. There are no nations. There are no peoples. There are no Russians. There are no Arabs. There are no third worlds. There is no West. There is only one holistic system of systems. One vast and immane, interwoven, interacting, multivariate, multinational dominion of dollars.
See the 666? I gave it to Trump.
Multi-dollars, Reichmarks, rims, rubles, pounds, and shekels. It is the international system of currency which determines the totality of life on this planet. That is the natural order of things today. That is the atomic and subatomic and galactic structure of things today. And you have meddled with the primal forces of nature. And you will atone. Am I getting through to you, Mr. Beale? You get up on your little 21-inch screen and howl about America and democracy. There is no America. There is no democracy. There is only IBM and ITT and AT&T and DuPont, Dow, Union Carbide, and Exxon. Those are the nations of the world today. What do you think the Russians talk about in their councils of state? Karl Marx? They get out their linear programming charts, statistical decision theories, Minimax solutions, and compute the price-cost probabilities of their transactions and investments, just like we do. We no longer live in a world of nations and ideologies, Mr. Beale. The world is a...
See, he's selling you globalism and a global economy. He's also transferring that it's about Lucifer. They're all reading a script by the Ghost in the Machine, and they're all actors. I mean, I'll show you the Russian president or leader, whatever his name is, walking by that Batman logo. This is the Bat virus. Trump is Batman. Trump has said, "I am Batman." I've showed you all that 1,000 times. This is part 11. I shouldn't have to show you all that again, but maybe it's the first time you're watching it. So, but that's what this all is they're systematically bringing down the world, bringing down the United States. They're going to bring down the world, and then they're going to start World War III. We're going to show you that with this Star Wars thing. Trust me, we're going to get to it. But see, he's deflecting it to make you think it's all about money. That's all it's about. See, because that's what they sell you. See, Trump sells you on money. And that's what Americans want to hear. How much money am I going to make? How much money is our country? Make us great again. Make us rich again. Make me rich again. Me, me, me. That's what Trump sells you. He sells you self. There's nobody more invested in self than Donald Trump. So the most prideful people I know are Americans. The most prideful people used to be the Germans. Remember that? Most prideful people I know are Christians. There's nothing worse than talking to a United States Christian. And I no longer identify with Christianity. I am in hope of being a sheep, a member of his chosen few of the narrow way, predestinated and elected at the foundation of the world. The true Israel, the true church, not that land over there that loves Donald Trump. Again, Donald Trump worshipped in India, Donald Trump worshipped by conservatives, Donald Trump worshipped by Christians, and Donald Trump worshipped by the Hollywood political liberals. They pretend to hate him. The only people in this world that hate Donald Trump are people that don't have a voice, because the ones that have a voice know who he is, and they're reading a script to pretend to hate him. That's all this stuff is. Trump pretends to hate Obama. Obama's this, Obama's that. It's all like this big espionage thing. And when Trump's clone gets removed, which we're going to show you in a second, Star Wars also talking about cloning with the Emperor being removed, but he's still pulling the strings behind the scenes through cloning. And I'm telling you, it's the clone that'll get shot. Let's keep going.
College of Corporations, inexorably determined by the immutable bylaws of business. The world is a business, Mr. Beale.
So we need a business president. He's selling you that that you need a business president. See, that's what Trump sold himself on. This is all predictive programming. All predictive. How's that business president working out for you now with all the strife? See, with Obama, the country was perfect with Obama. It was fine with Obama. Even though it's all scripted. I mean, I know they're all Luciferians, but I'm just telling you, I have no problems with Obama. Good grief, man. Give me an African-American president and a female vice president any day of the week and keep this strife out of the way. But, they were still acting up, didn't they? Sure, they're still going to act up. But you had like what we would call a real president. Even though they're all fake, we had what we call a real presidential president. Now we've got, well, like it says in the Little Horn of Daniel 7, 3 times. Before you get to the Antichrist verses that match Trump Tower 721 through 725. Daniel 7:8, 7:11, and 7:20 all say a mouth speaking great things. And not just because he says, make America great again, which he does. Why was that in the slogan? To let you know he's the little horn. See, they have to let you know. That's how they get their satanic spiritual powers. God is in charge of everything that they do. I've showed y'all that 1,000 times. The Lord said, I create evil, I create darkness, I, the Lord, do all these things. And he said, I created the evil for the final day. In 45:7, he says, I create evil, I create darkness, I, the Lord, do all these things. And he says, declaring the end from the beginning, from ancient times, of the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, I will do my pleasure. God's declared every bit of this. Satan is a created being, born with a glitch. Came into this earth probably between Genesis 1:1 and Genesis 1:2. That's why he was in the garden. Adam and Eve, born with a glitch, into a fallen world already. Satan already in the garden. All of this is planned out. That's why Jesus was what? From the beginning. Why was Jesus needed? It seems like he was needed only after the Jews kept screwing up and he needed a new covenant. Like in Jeremiah 31 through 34. No, Jesus was from the beginning because God ordained all of this. This is all scripted theater, folks. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. So the Lord hath made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. The day of evil is the abomination that causes desolation. So let's get back to network.
Since man crawled out of the slime.
Man didn't crawl out of slime. Selling you what? Evolution.
Our children will live, Mr. Beale, to see that perfect world in which there's no war or famine, oppression or brutality.
Mm-hmm. One world order.
One vast and ecumenical holding company for whom all men will work to serve a common profit.
One world
which
order.
All men will hold a share of stock. All necessities provided. All anxieties tranquilized.
Yep.
All boredom amused. And I have chosen you, Mr. Beale, to preach this evangel. Why me?
I love the way he said
Because you're on television, dummy.
Network. Very interesting movie. I wanted to go back and watch it because it was from my era. President Business fits exactly what he was describing, which is Trump. You can see with the hair.
Universe were once free to travel and mingle and build whatever they wanted. But President Business
This is the Legoland movie.
was confused by all the chaos. So he
Chaos.
erected walls between the worlds and became obsessed
wall.
with order.
Erected a wall. Excuse me? Folks, this movie came out in 2014. Before you know who even declared he. Do you understand predictive program? Do you understand this is how they get their satanic powers?
Perfection.
We need to build a wall, and it has to be built quickly. And I don't mind having a big, beautiful door in that wall so that people can come into this country legally. We need strong borders. We have to have strong borders.
See, when Hillary called y'all deplorables, oh, it's just to make you love Trump. Oh, Donald Trump said, lock her up. We love him. She called us deplorables. You folks are just like a ping pong ball. I watch y'all getting knocked back and forth across the table all over my social media. And the QAnon people, forget it. Forget it. Y'all done fell off the turnip truck. Just like me when I was doing the astrology. I'm not throwing those stones at you. You know, a few of y'all, I love you, but good grief. You're just making a spectacle out of you. One of you's had the Antichrist on your profile picture since what, 2016? Come on, man. You gotta get the Lord's got to call you out of the world, or you're in for some bad futures. Look at his eyes. Look at the eyes. Exact same. Trump probably had posed for that picture to make sure it would fit. And you don't think that's real? You better believe that's real. I've showed y'all the Illuminati cards about enough is enough and how Trump has posed for that exact facial expression many times. Enough is enough. You got to go watch, folks. You got to watch this series from the beginning. And the volume's a little poor on the first 3, and they're very slow moving, but they're very detailed. You will see that Donald Trump is Donnie Darko, which stands for Donald Darkness.
Attention, everyone. This is President Business. Hello, hi, welcome to Taco Tuesday. Don't worry about this big black monolith.
He says, big black monolith. Have we not already covered the monolith being the symbol for the AI, for the ghost in the machine, that they show you the monolith non-stop 3 different times. Every time there's a new supposed, in their minds, in their world, fake evolution, the monolith appears in the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is a movie about nothing but what the club members believe.
Thing that's blocking out the sun. What you need to worry about is this question that I'm about to ask you. Who wants a taco? Yeah, I know. Tacos. All right, everyone. Act.
You see the black cube, the Saturn cube, the cube of Saturn, which they have these black cubes in all these big cities. All just Google the black cube of Saturn and hit images. You'll see it. Paris, London, Paris, Munich. Everybody talk about pop music. Talk about, yeah. It's everywhere. What do they worship in the Islamic world? The Kaaba, the cube. That's why I told y'all, I think the image that speaks will be a cube.
Normal. Computer. Perfect. Now, everybody say freeze. So I guess running around and screaming is normal. Micromanagement. Commence micromanagement. Commencing micromanagement.
Micromanagement. What's Trump doing? I'm going to send the military out there and start shooting you. Now, you're like, well, they need to. All the folks, they run everything that's going on. They have these little sections where they bus in these people and they pay them to go out and to do this, and they pay these other people to do it. So there's strife in the streets, and when the clone is removed. And we never know which one's the real him and which one's the clone, do we? We don't know. But when he's removed, oh, the chaos that's going to go worldwide. If the whole world's going to go down into martial law, and eventually electricity will start going out, cyber attacks, World War III. We'll show you with the Star Wars thing. Wait till I get to that. I'm saving that best for last.
I love the Mexican people. I love the spirit of the Mexican people.
People just want to be told what they want to hear. I'm all about Urban Meyer getting on the Gator Walk of Fame because all he's doing is talking great stuff about the Florida Gators, and I'm like, yeah, let Urban back. He's great. He's talking good about I was joking with my friend Russell about this the other day. We just laugh, and I was like, do you see how it works? You tell people what they want to hear, and they'll just love you.
I love him. Every time Mexico, really intelligent.
By the way, the way he talks with that hair and his mannerisms and the way he talks, I was like, that's the same politician from my favorite movie, Sharky's Machine. I bought it on Blu-ray. On Amazon, you would have to, you won't be able to stream it. You would have to have streaming and the ability to have DVDs mailed to your house. It's cheap to get the DVD add-on. I just do DVDs. I don't stream at all. I like Blu-rays. I like to hold it in my hand. I like Blu-rays or 4K. I'll purchase 4K, or Netflix says DVD.com. You can get every one of these movies I'm telling you about. Donnie Darko, that QAnon person, I sent them to their house along with some explanations about what's going on in the world. They got on their social media and started dogging me out. So I was like, okay. I finally saw a side of them I needed to see. So that was the Lord's way of saying they're on their own. They're on their own. So, but the way he acts with that hair and his manner, it's exactly. And I rewatched the movie, and sure enough, his name was Donald, and he had 5 kids. And one of the cops in the movie, in Sharky's Machine, goes, "Who shellacks his hair?" Folks, it was about Donald Trump. And the pimp in the movie, the mafia figure, when he's talking to Donald, because Donald's in bed with a prostitute. That conversation when he's talking to that mafia leader is the devil talking to Donald. And I showed y'all that. I think it was Trump the Antichrist Part 9 or Part 10, not sure.
Intelligently sends people over. We charge Mexico $100,000 for every person they send off. Mexico will pay for the wall. I will make sure it gets done properly. I'm going to say, Mexico, guess what? This is not going to continue. You're going to pay for the wall. And I've said they're going to pay for the wall, and they will pay for the wall.
Hi, I'm President Business, President of the Octad Corporation and the world. Let's take extra care to follow the instructions or you'll be put to sleep.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
Hi, I'm President Business, President of the Octad Corporation and the world.
I built great businesses, and, you know, it.
Release every micromanager we have.
Release the micromanagers. Interesting. Whoops. Can't do that. I got to go back. I got to make sure that I put these in the comments or they'll copyright strike me to death. So I've used that movie. I've used that and I've used that. Okay. Let's go here. Folks, we're just going to have to go there. Okay. There's a Lego Batman movie? You've got to be kidding me. So we're just now proving that the Lego movie is about Trump. And you're telling me there was a Lego Batman movie. Folks, this just keeps getting better. The Lego Batman. Trump's the Antichrist. Because, oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Didn't even know it. How come none of y'all have told me this? Not one of my YouTube subscribers, not one of my Facebook friends that are that understand the truth have told me. You have got to be kidding me. Let's go Will Ferrell and go find out the 20, because I want to prove to y'all that that movie came out in 2014. Since it's a voice, I hope they give him credit for being an actor. I think when you do voice, you're acting. The Lego movie. President, it says right there, 2014. Y'all see that? The Lego movie, Lord Business, 2014. And you're telling me there's a Lego Batman movie. No, nobody told me. Thank you, Lord. The Lord told me, right? The Lord's told me everything. When I'm wrong, that's not from the Lord. That's my flesh talking. Usually something prideful's coming out. Are we good? Are we ready to do the Star Wars thing? What message? We've decoded the intel from the First Order spy, and it confirms the worst. Folks, this is about the Antichrist that had died with a deadly wound, but did live. But did live. He's alive. And then this guy's going to say cloning, just like the movie The Prestige shows you. Remember, The Prestige, same director as Batman, Christopher Nolan, same actor as Batman, Christian Bale, Bale on Christianity. And it confirms the worst, he says. I wonder if I can blow this up bigger. Not really. But let's see. Maybe it will when I go. And it confirms the worst. Somehow, Palpatine returned. Somehow, Trump has returned. Gasp. Wait, do we believe this? That he's risen from the dead? It cannot be. The emperor is dead, the guy says. Or the president, or the world leader, or the Antichrist is dead. Now they're talking about the bad guys. Dark science, cloning, the dude says. Dark science, cloning. What's the prestige about? Cloning. What's the prestige about? Cloning. What have I been telling you? The Trump's going to be taken out. The Twin Towers, the two Trumps. The one tower comes back up, pointing as above, so below. Dark science, cloning. Oh, it gets better. Secrets only the Sith knew. Secrets only the Illuminati knew. He's been planning his revenge. Seriously? His followers have been building something for years. You think? I'm telling you, all this has been planned out. The largest fleet the galaxy has ever known. Yes. The largest secret society. They're in every country. They run everything, folks. And there's various different secret societies, but there's one main one that I never mentioned. He calls it the final order. Folks, is that not New World Order or what? Because that's what us conspiracy theorists used to call it, the New World Order. He calls it the final order. Folks, they're telling you everything. Came out when? Right when the crowning event began. Right when the COVID thing began. December 20th. In 16 hours, attacks all over the free worlds begin. That's when World War III will begin. Every country's going to start getting bombed. Electricity's going to go off. You're going to not have any food or water. The people that survive, well, the Bible is clear. 1/4 of the earth is removed. We're approaching 8 billion. So that's when 2 billion people die to winter storms, whatever, hurricanes, no food, no water, bombs, getting killed, murdered because they're creating all this racial tension. So nobody will be helping each other out there in the streets. Everybody will kill each other off. You know what surprises me? People will like my post and like my videos. Do you notice my videos never go viral? Very few share my stuff. Very few people share my stuff. Do you not think everybody in the world, most people won't believe it anyway, but is this not the stuff people need to see? Well, of course it is. But is it meant to be understood by everybody? No. 16 hours, attacks on all free worlds begin. That's the beginning of World War III, which is right after the crowning in Revelation 6:2. You get into like 6:3 and 6:4. Peace is taken from the earth. Chewbacca groans. The emperor and his fleet have been hiding. Yes. Remember, the clone gets popped, but Trump will be underground, running the show, following the script that Lucifer is writing, following the script that God is writing. In the unknown regions, where are they all going to be? Under the earth. In the tunnels under the earth. They've built these amazing, that's where Kobe is. That's where David Bowie is. That's where Prince is. Probably Michael Jackson. Yeah, I got trust issues. In the unknown regions, on a world called whatever. The unknown region does not even appear on any star chart. So many are probably on islands that are not even on any maps. I've never been on maps. Never will be on maps. It does not appear on any star chart. They're telling you the truth, folks, cryptically. Just like Jesus tells the truth cryptically. He spoke in parables. He said, for you it is meant to know, for them it is not meant to understand. That's why Batman is the Illuminati, Antichrist, and all the villains are characteristics of God and or his sheep. The Riddler, parables, spoken riddles, spoken parables, Riddler, parables, Riddler. Mr. Freeze, because I believe the waters will rise. They will claim global warming because they're going to sell that we have almost destroyed ourselves. But they're going to save the day. And don't forget, Bruce Wayne had the technology, remember? He had the technology to give everybody free energy in The Dark Knight Rises. And who is that? Tesla was going to give everybody free energy. And what are they saying right now about Donald Trump and the QAnon cult? Donald Trump is going to use Tesla's power to give free energy to the world. It's going to be this, they're calling it the Great Awakening, which is what that guy in the movie Network was selling you to. Things are eventually going to be amazing, a utopian society. But legend describes it as a hidden world of the Sith. Yes, the hidden places of the Illuminati. Yes, yes. Do these actors know the truth? Yes. They're all in the club. And there's a... I'm not even going to say it. It's too much for y'all to handle. Some of y'all. I will just say this to the men. Don't look at the ladies on camera and fall in love with them. It's, yeah. So Trump been out there all this time. Alive. Pulling the strings. Yeah, when he goes down, he won't really be down. Always in the shadows from the very beginning. What do they call it? League of Shadows and Batman. That was the secret society where Batman begins, where Trump learned all of his. Remember, Trump's, Trump's a member of about every secret society there is. They've all been created for him, of him, through him, in him, and he is of them. If we want to stop him, we must find him. I think that's the end. Yeah. So that's all. That's all I wanted to show you. How was that? Was that fun or what? Make America great again. Fooled right around and played on your vanity, played on your pride. That's what they do. They play to your pride. They get you. I tell people, they attack you at your levels of pride. They attack you at your pride levels. Trump's followers, they're deplorables. Oh, she just attacked me. Donald, do something. Mr. Trump, do something. Stick up for us. You poor people. Right now, I want to say you poor wicked people. Because you're in bed with the Antichrist. Maybe something changed. Maybe the Lord calls you a chosen few of y'all out of it. I got to watch this Legoland Batman movie, man. Good grief. I wonder how many Donald Trump references are in that. It just gets to where it's so obvious. I don't know. I'll stop now. I'm sure there'll be something else I left out, but that's why we'll have part 11. I mean, part 12. This is part 11. All right. Love y'all. See you. Find me on Facebook, by the way. I quit going public on my Facebook. I've cut a lot of people out. I got rid of about 500, 600. One person unfriended me today. Perfect. Because I said I'm no longer identify as a Christian. And I did it on YouTube because today's Christians, they don't believe in anything that's truth. Water baptism, free will, pre-trib rapture, Hell is eternal torment. Well, I chose Jesus. I know I'm saved. Where's my Trump? Where's my Trump cup? Where's my mega hat? Nah, that's a made up word anyway. I already told y'all. I already told y'all the deal. The Israel trick. That's a great video. So find me on Facebook. Trey Stokes, that's me, or email me. Or email me there. Don't send me any links. You'll go right to spam, and I'm not clicking any links from people I don't know. So, and if I ever did, I'd use my cell phone. I'm not gonna let you blow up my computer. I know a lot of club members watch my post and my videos just to make sure I don't say the wrong thing, and I don't. I'm trying to be all right. I'm trying to be, you know. My job is to feed the sheep. That's all I'm doing. Y'all shouldn't sweat me one bit, because the non-sheep, the sheep can't do anything about it because we're not called to that. And the non-sheep, they don't believe anything the sheep say anyway. They're locked into this world. Even though I know y'all gonna come after me when the lights go out at some point anyway. Man, I hurt my shoulder today working out. Ugh. All right, anyway. Love y'all. Come find me on Facebook or email me. Y'all could help me out. A lot of people help me out. They give me clues, give me pointers. But I'm saying I'm mad at every one of y'all for not telling me there's a Legoland Batman movie with Lego Man. Maybe now y'all will. When I did the President Business, y'all would go, Legoland, yeah, they had a Batman. You got a Bat coin, brand new coin. It's a Bat coin. This is called the Bat virus. So watching Bill Maher. He's dropped so many Batman references when he's not dropping Trump's got a twin or Trump's a twin. Talking and then they use the joke that there's two sides of Donald Trump. He says this and he says, but they always give that twin reference, and they always drop on the Bill Maher, because I watch Bill Maher. I follow CNN, I follow Fox, and I follow Bill Maher because I like to see everything that everybody is saying about him, knowing that they all love him. They all love him. All right. Love y'all. See ya.